What's up?
You have besmirched the honor of Zebra.
What are you talking about?
You have insulted Zebra's countenance.
No, I was just saying that she's looking a little ragged after our...
No matter. It's my duty, nay, my privilege, to defend Zebra's honor, which means I must now challenge you to a duel.
Oh, hey, where did you get that glove?
Dude, you gotta take the duel seriously.
No, come on, this is pretty cool. Is this waterproof?
Man,
Did they really even slap each other back then?
I wanted the duel.
Hey, this has a heater in it. Did you see this?
Are you rolling on both?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Do you need to go double check it for me?
I don't. I'm gonna trust you and be nervous the whole time.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Jason, is my cheek still red?
You know what? You know what's funny is every time we do one of these, I forget prior to comb my beard, and then when I'm watching it back, I'm noticing I have facial flyaways.
Can you retouch those out?
Not in video. It's Photoshop, not video shop.
Not video shop.
Right.
Who
am I? An investor like magic?
Can you retouch out my red face from being slapped?
I can make it worse.
Welcome back to Moto Photo Adventures, everybody. I'm Chris.
I'm Jason.
This is going to be a fun little review video for you. We are heading into wintertime, you guys. And there's some very important time of year for riding, especially if you are worried about your hands going numb.
We are going to take the gloves off during this video.
Lay down the gauntlet.
Put the gloves back on.
But we got a really cool product we wanted to share with you guys. And in case you didn't notice, we're in downtown Charleston. We always like to come to you from really cool little places. We're along Adger's Wharf, which is filled with old stones that were left here by the ships that were going back and forth to England. It's called ballast. Charleston has no rocks. They don't have any natural
river stones and
mountains
things like that.
or anything like that. So all the cobblestone streets here in Charleston, the stones came from abroad. So it's kind of a neat little area. All the black iron gates, just the cool little downtown vibe we wanted to bring to you. As you can tell, it is late November, but we're in short shorts.
It's a great day.
It's a beautiful day.
Thanksgiving, which we just passed at the time of this recording, was magnificent weather.
Gorgeous.
So Thanksgiving weather spoiled us. But in Charleston, we do like to have a 12-month riding season.
Absolutely.
So we have to have the appropriate accoutrement to do so.
Yep.
Hot weather stuff, cold weather stuff, and then hot weather stuff again.
Well, but that's part of why, you know, when we did our trips, I always had those heated gloves.
Right.
And the hot wired heated gloves that I bought several years ago have done the job. They do just fine. The only downside with them is you have to wear them in conjunction with the hot wired jacket. So A, that's a big expense. And B, you've got all these wires going everywhere because the gloves literally plug into these wires. And that's how they get their electricity in order to heat up. So that's kind of a downside. Unfortunately, you've got all these wires running everywhere. Every time you want to put the heated gloves on, you have to stop and pull out the wires and hook them up and get everything connected. And of course, you know, you're riding along with wires connected to your bike, wires connected to your jacket. You know, if you need to reach around and grab something out of your camelback or something like that, it can be a little bit of an issue.
Sure.
So when Jias said they wanted to send us these gloves for review, I was like,
sweet.
And you don't even have any, so.
I bought a cheapo Amazon pair a long time ago. I've used them once. They don't fit really well. Not to go into another product, but the fingers are weird, or my hands are weird. One of the two. And I didn't like them. They were battery, and that was fine. They are not waterproof, and so I've actually only worn them once on a trip, and then, you know,
never bothered
again because they were just uncomfortable.
That goes back to, you know, when I'm buying camera gear, I always say, get the better stuff, get the quality product. You buy it once. You're done.
True.
You buy the cheap stuff, you know, you're just going to realize, oh, shoot, I should have gotten the nicer stuff to begin with, and then you end up paying twice as much because you buy cheap products.
Except for the fact that I did only buy it once. These were sent to us.
They were sent
to you. So I
you.
still only bought a cheap pair.
Aren't you a lucky dude?
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Well, maybe while Jason's getting the products ready to show you, I can tell you a little bit about the background of the company.
Go for it.
Jias has been around for a long time. It's actually founded by a group of motorcycle riders that took this awesome trip up into the Tibet Chinese border. What is it?
Xinghai.
The Xinghai region of China and up into the mountainous regions. A beautiful area, but you know, challenging conditions in those mountain regions. And they got back from their trip and realized, you know, the gear that we had really left a little bit to be desired. So they founded this company to offer motorcycle accessories that were of a better quality product at a more reasonable price.
And we're assuming that we call it Iron Jias being the correct pronunciation, but we don't actually know.
No, that's always been our issue, right? We never really know how to pronounce these things.
We just do our best.
But after they got back, their home city there in Hangzhou.
The city built in with a "that's what she said" joke.
But back in Hangzhou, they founded this company, and they've been putting out tons of different products, and they're very popular over in the East, of course. But now they're starting to infiltrate a little bit more of the U.S. market, and we particularly are very pleased with the product. It's a really, really good product. I've been wearing mine. I've tried them out several times, and they're phenomenal. The inside of the glove has a much nicer, softer, cuddly feel. Feels like like little kittens in there, doesn't it?
Oh, that's they scratch you. That's little kittens. Hey, did they use little kittens to make these gloves?
Soft and furry.
Are we against using little kittens to make real gloves?
Definitely.
Okay. How about older kittens?
Yes, definitely.
You can make 9 pair out of a cat.
You know what is cool, actually, now you bring that up, is the product's material is pretty impressive.
Yes, they have, from what I understand, a 3M fabric on the outside, a center lining,
waterproof,
and then the fuzzy kitten.
And the cool part is the heating element, the central lining, is not little wires like, you know, some of the old heated gloves or the cheaper heated gloves like what you probably have. These use carbon nanotube technology. So fancy word for basically it means the heat is dissipated throughout the entire glove as opposed to just in certain areas with the wires. So you don't get those little hot spots, you know, where part of your hand is hotter and then the other part of your hand is not warm enough. The glove just really envelops your hand and gives you a very smooth transition from the cold. It's really, really cool. The
button being on the wrist gives us off and then 4 stages of heat. White, green, purple, and then red for the hottest.
How does the inside feel? The
like
tech
a cat.
fabric?
Like a little cat.
Nice, good.
Now, we will have to say that being motorcycle, like the gloves that I mentioned earlier that I didn't particularly like, had no protection. This one's got a windshield wiper on it, and the knuckle busters, and the palm dragger, and a cincher so that they don't come off like a proper gauntlet.
So if you do go down, you're protected and it doesn't come sliding off.
Correct. Now, from what I understand, and I haven't perused them because this is my first experience with them, so far so good, I suppose. They sent us 3 heated gloves, but they sent us 3 different models of heated gloves in 3 different sizes, one for you, one for me, one for Steve.
So which one is this?
This is the AXE02H.
Very cool.
I think it's just the styling that perhaps is different. Yeah.
Slightly different variations in terms of the button layouts and things like that.
Nice piping. Piping.
Were you an interior designer
in
former life?
I'm just pulling that one right out of the air. So that's that one.
Well, show us real quick how the battery plugs in.
Okay. Well, that's fairly simple, I would suspect. It's probably got a pocket in here. And yes, it does with a, I would assume, waterproof zipper. That's nice. I like little unexpected bonuses. Like on the inside, you wouldn't expect it to be waterproof zipper because the outside is supposedly waterproof.
Right.
So that's a nice little upgrade.
Little bonus.
And inside, as you would expect, if you've ever looked at a heated glove, there is the plug, there is the battery, there is it plugged in, and then it goes back into the pocket again.
And they're extremely light batteries.
And from what they are projecting, when, again, we haven't done real world tests yet, but they're looking at low up to 6.5 hours of heat, high,
3
obviously
hours.
3 or so.
So 3 to 6.5. Now, if it's a freezing day out, You're going to have it on high, but you're probably not going to be riding for 6 hours. You know, you might go for a little 2-hour ride. So there's plenty of power.
Sure, sure, sure.
I am told also that at 7.4 volts, that's the input for these gloves, you can purchase accessory adapters that would allow you to plug it directly into the vehicle. So you could probably run a tether like the hot wired gloves have. You would just need to go to an automotive store to find the proper voltage plug and all that good stuff.
Right, but why do that? They send you 2 batteries.
2 batteries and the charger.
And the charger
comes with it.
That's right. That's cool.
And what's really cool, I'll show you real quick about the charger is it's one charger with 2 pigtails.
Both
so
batteries.
You can charge both batteries simultaneously.
Awesome.
Pretty cool.
So that was again, model number
AXE
02.
You had it.
There it is. AXE02H. That was with the red highlights, the shiny plastic
carbon
fiber
covers.
look. Don't know if it's actually carbon fiber, but it's carbon fiber look, and the knuckle draggers and the windshield wiper.
Yep.
Then we move on to what they sent for Steve. Hopefully his big mitts will be able to fit into that. We'll see. But this one is an extra large, comes in with the model number JIA10.
Right.
This has not the shiny knuckle protectors, but it does have...
They are protected under there.
And there
it's
are
just
pads
underneath the skin.
This is also hard plastic. This is a bit squishy. So this is a different one.
Different material.
Yes. This one has a buckle for the gauntlet strap. This has Velcro. This has some nice slidey parts underneath here. Oh, and the phone finger.
They are phone sensitive.
Phone fingers.
Yep.
Okay, that's good. So there are small differences. Here, the waterproof outside pocket is on the outside, which makes it simple. And why buy 2 types of zippers? Just use the outside zipper on the inside. Of course, that's just smart design. You just multi-purpose your design.
Yep.
There again, the 3-in Thinsulate. I'm assuming this one has the 3 layers as well.
Yes.
What is your model number and design style?
And I will mention, as we're opening these, they come in these really nice little bags.
Yes.
You'll notice they are 100% repurposed, recycled bag material.
Well, I will say that I'm probably going to end up recycling this bag.
And using it for? Oh.
This gentleman. Would you like a nice bag? Well, see, I'll end up recycling this bag and using it for other purposes. And sticking my gloves into my crash bar bags.
Oh, very nice.
So I'll use this for something else.
This for something else. Right. Nice. You can put your sandwich in it for the day. And,
right. My BLT.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what's your model number?
This one, well, I should let you read them since you're doing these.
Okay.
AXE 01H.
01H. So I suppose what is the difference here? It has
very similar to yours.
Different skids.
Different colors.
A little bit of this. You have the piping as well. You have the buckle as well.
Yep.
You have this as well. You have the internal waterproof zipper as well. On the bottom side, you have the skid parts, the skid, the knuckle draggers, and the windshield wiper and the touchscreen. So the only difference I can see between this one and this one, mine and yours, between the 02H and 12H, is this knuckle part.
Yep.
Pretty much that's all I can tell.
But very similar and probably identical innards, you know.
Pretty much, I would assume. But you'd have to tell me if they made it out of a soft as cat as mine.
Oh, I know already.
Oh, you do.
I've been riding around with mine. They're just unbelievable.
Oh, good,
They
good,
fit
good.
perfectly as well. These are mediums, and they're just the perfect
Mine are
fit.
extra large.
I think size-wise, they hit the size just right.
Extra large. I have medium hands. They're not super large, and I'm just barely touching the ends on an extra large. I do like my gloves a little bit looser than tight. I don't like them pushing on
your fingers?
Pushing on the fingers, especially when you go into the grip on your motorcycle. It tightens them down even further, and you don't want them pushing on your fingers.
When you're pulling that lever in.
Correct.
I got you.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yep.
I like it.
I think they fit like a glove.
They do. You deserve a slap for that one. Okay. I dig it. I guess all it really is left is to ride with them and see if they're decent in actual use.
Actual use.
I mean, how bad can a glove be if it fits?
And it heats you up.
And it heats you up. Boy, that was a handful.
And if you need a little bit more of a handful, check out their website, ironjias.com. They have all the details, you know, the specs, all the little
pricing,
the stuff that you techie people like to know. They're about $130 each. I can tell you, of course, I paid $179 for my hot wired gloves at Cycle Gear.
did not come with a battery.
Did not come with a battery, and they don't feel as good.
Well, yours
I'm sorry.
waterproof.
They're not waterproof.
There's another bonus.
Waterproof. The batteries are built in. Don't have any wires dangling.
Good.
Feels a lot nicer on the inside. And of course, that magic word, carbon nanotube technology.
Yeah, man. You just gotta love the nanotubes.
Yep.
All right, well, that's pretty much it. Don't forget, hit the like and subscribe button.
Please.
With a gloved finger on your phone, because these work on the phones.
And also, always remember to check the descriptions on our videos. We'll put direct links to these gloves on the Amazon website, so you guys can go check them out and get them at the best price, because, you know, Amazon always has sales going on.
That's true.
So
I suppose the last thing we should do is real world test them, and we'll get back to you. In fact, Steve was not able to be here because of the holidays, and obviously we're going to get these to him. So if you would like to see Steve do an orange shirt review on his set, comment down below.
yeah, let's pigeonhole him into a corner. You know, you guys like those orange shirt reviews from the trail. Let's everybody leave a comment and say, yes, I want Steve to do an orange shirt review, and we'll get him to do one on our next big trip.
Well, here we are in downtown Charleston, where I decided to test the Iron Jias gloves. They seem to be formed properly, already pre-bent a little bit, so that when you grab the handlebars, you're not forcing them into an unnatural position. Of course, being a thicker glove, the tactile nature of them is diminished a bit. You can't feel the things as well as you could with a thinner glove, of course, but that's neither here nor there. I will say, I don't have the heater on. It is quite warm today at the end of November in Charleston, but even without the battery or the heater turned on, they are quite warm. And this traffic jam does not help. If you're just thinking about moving to Charleston, I recommend not, simply for a selfish reason, which is traffic. So with no airflow, these gloves are quite warm. I suppose that the real test will happen when it is winter time and possibly below 60 degrees. All in all, I would say that these gloves are doing the trick for a short little ride and a short little review. Of course, we won't know the full capabilities or quality until the winter comes and we are riding in cold weather that would actually put them to the test. I suppose also, we can't really comment on the durability, obviously, but we'll take a look at that later on. Maybe Steve can do a durability test on these guys. So with that, I'd say hit the notification bell, the subscription button, and leave a comment. If you have these, tell us if you like them. If you don't, tell us if we made a difference in you buying them. So, for Moto Photo Adventures, Chris and Steve, I'm Jason, and thanks, Iron Jias.